Hey prospectors, let's move my camera. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, I'm sort of in the middle there. Good. Hey prospectors, how's it going? It's Matt here, off of that there Payload Studios. I hope everyone's doing well. This is the first stream of the year. This is fun, isn't it? This is good. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're new to the stream, feel free to introduce yourselves. If you don't know what the heck's going on, I will do an introduction right now. This second, I'm going to start it. I'm Matt. I am the community manager here at Payload Studios. And it's basically my job to do this, to stream and say hello to the lovely TerraTech community. So whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch or on our Steam store page, because we're doing that now. We're also streaming on Facebook as well. If you're watching us on any of these channels, it's my job to sort of check in with everybody, make sure everyone's happy, make sure everyone's enjoying TerraTech, make sure that the community is a happy and fun place to be. That's in a nutshell is my job. And the point of today's stream, well, actually, let's start again. The point of our weekly stream, so we stream every Wednesday at 4 PM UK time. We like to use it as a way to sort of engage with the community, engage with our players, make sure everyone is, like I say, is having a good old happy time, make sure that we're sort of doing things to TerraTech that players are happy with, that players want to see in the game, all that good stuff. So that is effectively what we'll be doing today. I am going to be doing, today's stream, we do this every kind of couple of weeks, every fortnight or so. We do a stream called Boosh. It's on, as you can see to my left, we call it Community Core, which is basically I showcase and I show off some of the awesome techs and things that have been made in TerraTech by the lovely TerraTech community. So that could be techs, it could be game saves. Usually there's some mods involved because modding is a thing now in TerraTech. So yeah, if you're interested to see what cool things are being made in TerraTech, stay tuned. We're going to go showcase those off. There's about, let me check how many there is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9! That's a good number. There's 9 entries or submissions for this week's Community Core. So some of them have got mods, so I'll need to just make sure that they're all up to date. And we can actually load them in. So that could take me a few minutes. But bear with me while I sort that out. Feel free, if you have any questions about TerraTech or Payload or game development, anything like that, feel free to chuck out your question in chat. Like I say, we're on YouTube and Twitch. I believe you can... Facebook as well. If you have a question, no one's made a comment on Facebook yet, but if you have a comment on Facebook, feel free to drop a comment. Hopefully I can see it. And we can answer it. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. We do already have a question by Death by Spork. Death by Spork, great name. I do love seeing a good username. It says I want keyboard and mouse support on console. Keyboard and mouse support is it's not something that we're looking at the minute. There is, I believe there's partial support. I could be wrong. I believe there may be some sort of partial support for keyboard and mouse support. The trouble with something like keyboard support or taking off the controller is because the console version is effectively a port of the PC version, and we've had a big chunk of work has gone into porting everything so all the controls and everything work on a controller. So effectively you're going from the PC version to a port with controller version, and then you're adding further support. It just gets really complicated, I think. I'm not entirely sure myself, but I do know that it's not something that we're not really looking into at the minute. But we, like I say, we do take a lot of these things on board. We do listen to what our community say. So if there are a lot of people suggest that sort of thing, we'll definitely look into it. I'd be interested to know, Death by Sport, what you think the benefits of that are. I realise, TerraTech, TerraTech was made as a PC game, so it's sort of, you're playing it as a you're playing you're playing a port of a PC game, so I can see why the distraction was there. However, the console version has been optimized so much now with controllers in mind that I don't know if it's necessarily needed. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on why you need and why you think controller or keyboard and mouse support would be a good feature. Cool. So yeah, like I say, let me know if you have any questions in chat. I will happily answer any questions that anybody has as best as I can. Good stuff. Right, so I need to subscribe to a few items on the Steam Workshop. So just give me a second while I do that, just before we get stuck into this. But yeah, like I say, today we will be showcasing some lovely techs and game saves and awesome stuff that has been made by the TerraTech community. There's a couple of mods involved here as well. Darwin, shout out to Darwin on Twitch. Darwin's got a submission there. There's also Bricknick. Good name, Bricknick. I appreciate that name. That is a good name. There's also a few more skins I need to subscribe to, so let's hit that one. Let's hit that one. I should have done this before the stream started. I do apologise. I wasn't very well prepared. I had some technical issues. That's my excuse anyway, and I'm going to stick with it. Anyway, right, I should now be good to go. So I'm going to load the game. Let's get that loading. So Death by a Spork says it would benefit builders and more precise movements. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think the precision that you get from a mouse is you're not having to cycle through blocks and stuff. I get that. I don't even know. I could be completely wrong. Try plugging have you tried doing? Oh, why is it so dark? We tried just plugging in a keyboard and mouse anyway, and see what would happen, because it might already work. I don't actually know if it may be something that's just enabled by default. So yeah. Sharmoni is in Twitch chat. Shout out to Sharmoni. You say, yeah, building something of decent size takes a couple of hours. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. Serge Holt says, Serge Holt on YouTube says, I have a question. What game designer think about post-apocalypse, maybe a location destroyed city or kind of this? Interesting. Oh, said Death by a Spork says they've tried it and it didn't work. Fair enough. Right. I'm going to go into the game. As you can see, it start loading in a second. There we go. Good stuff, man. We get a sound as well. Oh, so Fusion Wing said, I just recently got back into the game, but I'm curious if you guys ever plan to add any more major features to the game, such as factions, biomes, etc. And Soviet Curry says, will there be an ocean update? So for that first question regarding like new stuff, what the long-term plan is. So that's an interesting point actually. So we had a planning meeting, which is where we lay out what we want to do for the rest of the year. We had that planning meeting on Monday, and I can't go into too much detail because there's a few finer details that we need to iron out. But yes, to answer your question, yes, we do have plans to add much cool stuff. Again, I'm not going to give the game away too much because it's still a work in progress. But what can I say? We did talk about new corporations. Biomes is a tough one. If you've given biomes as an example, so I'll talk about biomes. Biomes is a tough one because TerraTech is a procedurally regenerated game, and the biomes themselves are procedurally generated. And that is effectively one of the foundations of what TerraTech is built on. So having to add a new biome to that, you're looking at effectively overhauling one of the building blocks of the whole game, which would have huge repercussions. So that's not a small job. I think what I'd like to see is a different seed, like is just a completely different world. That'd be really fun, I think. But again, you know, we'll see. We will see. Cool. Right. So let me look. What am I loading into? I'm loading into just a creative game. So let's go into creative. Let's scroll down. Dragonhead Craftery. That sounds fun. So this first one is by Sharmoni. So Sharmoni, you're up first. So I should have all the skins installed. So this should work first time. Small stock. Hey, hello. How you doing? Small stock on Twitch. I think legs should be added, but in the style of Robocraft did it, where it's just a single animated block. Jack Kirby makes a really interesting point. While we just take a look. Wowzers, this is a cool skin. This is a Shamani. I'm assuming these are your skins. I believe they are. I could be wrong. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Walker legs. So Walker legs is an interesting thing. So Walker legs are in the same way that anti-grav Better Future was like their kind of unique bit of tech, unique bit of new bit of technology, new bit of a new feature that came with Better Future. We'd like to add something like Walker legs or improved AI for something like Legion. And when we do something like that, we don't just want to do what you said there. You mentioned so what was the example you used? Robocraft, they use just animated blocks. That's not how we would like to do it. If we were to do something like that, we would like to do it properly. We would like to have a fully working, fully sort of functional Walker leg. Because what you can effectively do, what we could in theory do now, is create a wheel or a block that acts like a wheel that just has an animation of a Walker leg, right? But that doesn't really serve any purpose. That's just another wheel. Do you know what I mean? Like, a good example, I suppose, would be the omnidirectional, the omni wheels, the omnidirectional wheels for, or the mechanism wheels for Reticle Research. They added new functionality, but effectively they're just wheels. We added the ability to sort of strafe with them, which in theory is a new it's a new function. But I guess my point is when we're doing something like adding a new block, a new functionality like that, we want to do it properly. We don't just want to sort of, like I say, just hash it together. Do you know what I mean? So Walker legs are an interesting one. It's something that I personally would love to see with TerraTech. And yeah, I guess we will see what happens with our plan further down the line. Who says that? Serge Holt says that this looks like Thanos. It's got strong Thanos vibes, I think. It's got strong Thanos vibes. This is cool. So let me look at this. Let me just see what Shamoni says. So here's a colourful tech to start the new year. The Dragonhead Craftery, a hovering mobile crafting base. Cool. So it's hovering, so we could, in theory, we should be able to anchor. There we go. And now that we're anchored, we can craft some stuff. So it comes preloaded with all the resources. It's fully charged. Fully fueled up. I'm definitely being blind because I want to find where I can actually craft stuff. Aha. So let's just craft something like this. Oh, nice. So it has all the required blocks, and it's going to pop out a venture block, and the SU is just going to suck it up. So let's take this in for a second. Let's just digest what is going on. So this is it's a mobile hover crafting base, which in Shamoni is called a craftery, which I actually really like that name. It's a craftery. It's a craft because it's a hovercraft, but you also craft things from it. And it's also a factory because you make things with it. I like it. A craftery. So it does everything. It does everything. Has it got any weapons? It has a bit of weaponry. It's got a big old strong laser. Not quite sure how this would fare in a campaign game. I mean, those missile silos are pretty strong. So yeah, I'd say this is a pretty decent all-rounder. A pretty decent all-rounder. And really nice looking, really cool looking control scheme, color scheme. We have the Universal Fabricator, or the Reticle Research Fabricator, I beg your pardon, which basically acts as a Universal Fabricator. Oh no, sorry. Hang on, I'm being a dum-dum. Okay, so there's the custom. Never mind. I got my corporations mixed up. I know why. It's because the skin. The skin threw me. I assumed that was the Universal Fabricator. So we have fabricators for Venture. We have GSO. We have Hawkeye or GSO. We have Better Future. We have obviously venture. We have vertical research. I'm guessing there's a Geocorp one around here. I won't go into too much detail because it's getting dark. Sharmoni, this is great. This is a great looking tech. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. That's really cool. Right, there are a few more to get stuck into, so I'm going to move on. Let me load into the next one, which I believe is Darwin. Is this a tech? It is a tech. I'm going to hit subscribe to that. I'm going to quit out of this because I'm going to go into R&D, an R&D Labs game mode. Let's catch. Sorry, chat. I'm so focused on not crashing that I've neglected chat. To me, walker legs sound like a good way to maneuver harsh terrain, but the more precise control compared to hovercraft. I think I think that's what the big kind of pull for walker legs is that they are, you know, what I have in mind is really big, like they take really long strides, and like you say, they can really traverse really tough terrain, in the way that hovers can't. So yeah, that'll be fun. Lovely. Right, so we're going to load into Darwin's. So this, I'm just going to read what Darwin has put in their description. This unarmed troop carrier can deploy 2 squads of hover troopers to the front line. After the troopers have been deployed, it will stay put and wait for exfil. So I think the example they give, they go to the turret lane, so I think we should do exactly that. Here we go. Turret run. We're going to load into Darwin's lovely tech. So here we have Darwin. For those that don't know, Darwin is a prominent modder in the TerraTech community, and they build these awesome little figurines, amongst other things, that are part of the Nova Corp, the Nova Arsenal, or the Nova Legion. I can't remember specifically what they are, but they're part of the Hawkeye Corporation, and they're basically just a bunch of dudes. So what we can do is we go down here, and these are all attached via explosive bolts. So as soon as I hit X, all these little dudes are going to fly off, and they're going to turn into drones. They're going to basically do my bidding. So they're just basically a bunch of flying little dudes that have got their own little hovercraft. As you can see, this guy just hanging out. Oh, thanks for keeping me company, man. Yeah, so there's just a bunch of little flying hovering dudes. Follow me, please. So I believe they're in guard mode. They should take out these turrets quite easily because Darwin has a penchant for making his mods slightly overpowered. So it's interesting actually. Talking of Legion, this is kind of what I had in mind for Legion. Is a bunch of weapons, a bunch of sort of effective drones that folly. They don't act as drones. They don't act as sort of AI. They are a weapon that stay with your tech. That just sort of fly, that hover around your tech and do your bidding, kind of like this. I think that'd be really fun. Come on, guys. Oh, well, that was kind of cute. So that's another cool feature of Legion I'd like to see, personally. Wouldn't those drones be weak with homing missiles? Yeah, I think that's a good point. Fusion wing, that's exactly right, that's what I'm thinking of. It's a swarm, yeah. So Legion is sort of, they're a swarm. They're like this sort of swarmy, kind of hive mind, kind of mothership. You know what I mean? Like whatever they're called. Mothership. Nice. Are we going to be able to do the full turret lane with just these drones? But that's kind of what I'd like to see with Legion anyway. Come on, get out of there. Get off me truck bed. Go blow some stuff up. We seem to be running out of drones. This could be worrying. Give us the Hive Queen. They're in Hawkeye control. We may not make it, everybody. I think my drones are dead. I'm just gonna have to suicide it. Oh dear. Oh well. Darwin, as always, you excuse me. Oh, dry throat. I'm pleased by this. This pleases me. Come back. Hey, come back. Oh, hang on. Oh, they're just AI drones. They're not actually. let's take a closer look. These are amazing. So these are part of the Nova something something, and they're hover dudes. They do hovering, and they're really cool. I love it. Darwin, you've done it again. Well done. Right, next up is, I'm going to have to restart the R&D labs because we might want to use the turret lane again. Next up is the FS Athena. So this submission comes from Bricknick, who I've not seen before. Forgive me if I've forgotten who you are, Bricknick, if I've misplaced you. But this is the FS Athena. It has been built to be enjoyable to use while it blasts its way through enemies with its drifting moves. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Well, let's get to let's go to the battle arena. See what this thing can do. So yeah, like I said, we had a planning meeting early this week. So we've laid out what we'd like to achieve with TerraTech throughout the next 12 months. Oh no, whoops. Oh, hang on. Right, well let's just sort that out. Let's try again. Let's also anchor while I talk about this, because this is important. Also options. There we go. So there's a few things that we're going to work on. I think one of our main priorities is to get consoles up to complete parity with PC. That means that we're going to try and have a couple of updates this year. So last year, you may remember, for those that play on console, our sort of cadence, our release sort of schedule, release time frame for updates on console, it was about once every 12 months. That's not good enough. We know that's not good enough. We know that it takes way too long to get console content onto PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. We hear you loud and clear, console players. We honestly do. So that's why the sort of our focus for this year is to making sure that, or one of our focuses, is to making sure that the console update is as close to parity or as close to the Steam version as we can. So that's going to involve at least 2 updates a year. We will aim for more. We're going to try and hit 2 updates a year on console. So don't quote me on this because this is all subject to change, but that's the plan. We're also, for those, and I realise that may not be the correct audience because this is mainly for our Japanese players, but those that may or may not be aware, we relaunched on the Switch and PlayStation 4 in Japan last year. That ironically was an older build of the game, so our kind of goal for this, one of our early goals for this year, is to get the Japanese version, the Japanese build, we call it the Teon build because it's Teon as our publishing partner over in Japan, to get that version up to somewhat parity with the current PC version. So that's going to require a bit of work as well, which basically involves a lot of work. So those are they're not our highest priority, but they are up there, and these are things that unfortunately you don't get to see a lot of. You don't see the work that goes into it because they're in a territory that I'm guessing no one here actually is on, but also it's not exciting work either. It's not like it's new missions or new blocks or all that cool new stuff that we were talking about earlier, but it's still stuff that needs to be done. So that will be something that'll be worked on. So if you're on console, I mean, it's good news if you're on console because you'll get more stuff on console. You get all the stuff that's on PC sooner, which is always good. So yeah, just to sort of clear that up a bit. That's sort of one of the things that we discussed. But also there's some really cool other stuff that I'm gonna tease a little bit. I'm gonna tease a little bit because. Not right now, I'm not going to use anything right now, but there is some really cool stuff that will be fun, that will be interesting, and that will breathe a bit of fresh life into TerraTech. Not that it doesn't need it, it's something a bit different and a bit unique, something that I think you wouldn't even expect. So bear that in mind. Lovely, right, so this is showing off, this could be tough, Tank Mark II. Tank Mark II didn't really last long, did it? So just to bear in mind, this is Bricknick. This is the FS Athena. This is basically It's a really cool looking tank. So what have we got on here? We have, well, it's just a lot of weapons, some missile silos. We have, I mean, are these, why are there linear motion engines? Is that to help with steering? I'm assuming it shouldn't need it. Maybe it is. There's no instructions on this, other than it should be powered during use. Oh, maybe it drifts. Is that, am I hearing that right? Does it do drifting? Am I stuck on something? Okay, I think that's the point. I think this thing's meant to be a bit of a drifter. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it's a big old tank that kind of just that drifts around. Okay, that's kind of cool. Right, let's see what else this thing can do. See what pops out of the... oh, another tank. Interesting. Yeah, and there's not much that's going to be able to beat this thing, I don't think. It's very sort of powerful, just for lack of a better word. But this is really cool. I like that it's a big tank. I like that it can do some sweet drifts. Using those linear motion engines. Are these anti-grav? Yeah, some anti-grav. Oh, I see. So there's anti-grav at the back. That's what's making it very front heavy. Ah, so that's an interesting use of anti-grav. I appreciate that. That's really cool. So obviously, as you can see, there's some glowing part. The back of the tech is glowing purple. That means that these pip engines are causing the anti-gravity in the back, or the back quadrant, the back third of the tech to back quarter third, to be lighter, which makes drifting really, really easy. So that's why that back end just wants to just pop out. Pop, 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 pop. And we can do some sweet donuts whilst blowing stuff to smithereens. Awesome stuff. That's really cool. Don't forget to hum the Deja Vu theme while you're drifting it. How does the Deja Vu theme go? Can I find that? Will we get taken down if I find the Deja Vu theme? 1 second. Oh, okay. So Deja Vu is an anime. I'm not going to play it because apologies if I'm not familiar with Deja Vu, the anime. I'm assuming it looks like it's cars and drifting and stuff. But I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get taken down. I don't want to get told off. But if I was to guess what it sounded like, I think it would sound something like this. Is that anywhere near it? Is that anywhere near it? I think that was pretty spot on. Having never heard it before in my life, I think that sounds about right. Cool, right, lovely stuff. So shout out to Bricknick. That is a really, really cool tech. I like the design. That's a really cool design tech. Stop saying cool. That was my New Year's resolution, and I've already failed at it numerous times. Stop saying Community Core. My two most frequently used words are cool and nice, and they're not very good at describing things. So I was going to try and stop doing that, but I've already failed at my New Year's resolution. Anyway, right, let's move on. So Jolo is up next. This is a Paris class fighter. This is massive, and there's loads of mods that I need to install. That's annoying because it didn't mention any of these in the... Ugh, right. So Jolo, I'm going to need to subscribe to all of these. And hopefully that's everything. Right, so I'll need to reload the game for Jolo. So instead, let's move on to Virtues. Is it a game save or is it just a tech? Let's take a look. It's just a tech, right? Okay, so let's restart the R&D labs. Let's go back to the beginning and we can see where we are. Jolo, man, you should have put your description. In your description, there's no list of mods. Otherwise, I could have preloaded them. I've only gone in to see the tech now, and there's loads of mods. So this is on you. This is on you, Jolo. Right, let's take a look. So let's go here. Oh, it's unavailable. Missing blocks. What blocks is it missing? It's missing some... Oh, that's a block I've never heard of. A GSO Multic Seeker AI module. Huh. Well, I don't know why that's not working. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. It's because there's loads of stuff on here. Oh, hang on. Right, hang on. Bear with me, everybody. I need to restart these because there's some mods missing on Darwin's as well, which I didn't get a prompt for. Right. Okay, so this should... I'll need to do a reboot, but let me load all these mods in. Lovely jubbly. Right, so that's that done. Isaac is up next. Oh, actually, another one without mods. So who's this? This is Isaac. So maybe I'll just subscribe to all these, and then we can do a reload. Do you know what? I just realised this is even Jolo's. Hang on. Let me see. Well, no, okay. So Virtues won't load in either. Isaac's won't load in. However, Aardvark, my guy Aardvark, Aardvark, if you're in chat, I still need to send you that T-shirt. I realised it was from October. I'm a terrible human being. But we will get it sent to you as soon as possible. I promise. Right. So this is Aardvark. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was how many numbers is in your title, Aardvark? Is it just 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice. So this is the Longtail Blue Sally. It's a massive land battleship for my enjoyment, just my enjoyment, nobody else's. This is a long battleship. It's symmetrical, which is nice. And it's long. It's got a lot of wheels. It's even got hovers underneath it just to give it a little bit more hoverability. Let's charge it so we can see what all these things look like. Nice touch with the Geocorp solar panels, and they're quite unintrusive. In fact, if anything, they blend in really well with the color scheme. Also, I've just realised, shout out to the skin. Yeah, this is the Falcon Mecha skin. So this is, if we go to Hawkeye, this is the Falcon Mecha skin for Hawkeye, and I think it looks wicked, even if I do say so myself. We can spend all day charging, so I'm not going to charge it for too long. Do you know, this even drifts, sort of. Do we call this drifting? Yeah, I'd call this drifting. Sort of. Maybe not as much as the other one. But it's pretty nimble, pretty agile for a big beast. Now let's just see what happens when I do what we're waiting for, which is to just hold spacebar. Boosh. Yeah, firepower. So this acts a lot like a naval warship. Rishi Spaceman says this looks like a tough nut to crack, or a tough nut to take out. Anyway, yeah, this would be hard. There's a lot of firepower, a lot of what are these? Shields. God, it's been a while. A lot of firepower, a lot of defense is the word I'm looking for. And what can we put this up against? Let's take this to the DPS machine, because I want to just show you something. So basically, what I was saying about its similarities to like a warship is a lot of the artillery comes down the left or down the flanks, down the starboard and the port side. Where are we going? Let's go to the testing apparatus. I can show you exactly what I mean now. So if we just look at this, if we go head on, so I'm gonna target the DPS meter. If we target it head on, and just use our front-facing weaponry, not a lot. And these missiles, these miniguns aren't reaching it. There's a lot of missiles, so we're currently getting. I mean, the highest we're hitting, we're maxing out at 35,000 DPS, right? 36. I saw a 36. Let's say 36. Optimistically, we're maxing out at 36,000 damage per second, right? If I was to just spin this round and land it like this, I think we're going to see a substantial amount more damage per second down this side than we did a second ago. You ready? Please? Yeah, so I saw 51,000. It's more than 36,000. So you see my point. So this acts a lot like a naval warship. If you're getting flanked by it, you're pretty much guaranteed to be dead. So your best bet is to try and stay in front or behind it. And being that there's cannons at the back and melee at the front, I mean, yeah, if you can, try and stay in front of this thing, because it's just not able to do much. If you're, well, I mean, it still does a lot of damage, but to stand any chance, you're better off just staying in the front. You see my point. Anyway, Aardvark 123, amazing looking tech. I can't go into too much detail because there's only 20 minutes left of the stream. I need to have a hard stop at 5 o'clock UK time, so I need to move on. But I love it. I love it so much. Thanks so much for submitting that. Next up, we have GKJ. Now, GKJ does... Excuse me. GKJ does very interesting things. So, what have we got here? We have a shooting game. Please, this is an R&D game save. So, let me load this up now. Sorry about this, everybody. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to load that in. I'm going to hit save. That's going to download. And I'm going to load it in now. Once that's all done. Confirmed. Downloaded. Beautiful. Right, let's see what this is. So this is from GKJ, who is... I do love seeing GKJ's text. They're amazing. But this is a shooting game. Please try to hit 3 targets in front. If it's too difficult, I've also prepared 2 guns for you that are easier to hit the enemy. Ooh, this will be fun. So it's a whole little mini game in R&D. So let's take a look. Right. Oh my. Okay, so we have moving targets. And thankfully GKJ has supplied some weaponry for us. Oh, this is fun. So basically, we're going to try and... Is this a direct hit? Oh! They're a bit too far away. Am I just being useless? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe move forward. Maybe move forward. Let's do that. Direct hit. Direct hit. Huh. Come on. Guys, if anyone can do any better than this, let me know. I want to see it. I might do... Maybe we'll try something else. Maybe we'll try... Oops. Let's take this one out. Maybe we'll try this one. Okay, so this has got railguns. Railguns are good. You can quote me on that. Railguns are good, so let's just shot this down. Okay, yeah, you can see it just about hitting. They're too far away. I can't even. They're too far away to target to lock onto. So I'm just sort of hoping that my. Is that doing anything? But anyway, you get the point. This is a really fun idea. This is really cool. I'm not hitting anything with this one. Maybe we'll try the other one. Maybe we'll try the last one. Let's try the last one. Yeah, Fusion Wing was saying the cannon it drops before it reaches. So hopefully we can. Do you know, I really like the use of the pitch trim gyros. It's a really nice touch because it allows you to obviously pitch your tech so you get an angle on it. Right, let's try and line this up. Yeah, got it! Direct hit. Nice. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Watch. Boom, boom, boom! Oh, man, GKJ, you're absolutely killing it, man. This is awesome. Right, let's go see what these things are doing. I'm not going to shoot them. I just want to see what's going on. So we've just got... Well, we know what these techs are, obviously. But what's in here? Oh, they're all friendly techs as well. So that's why they're not destroying anything. That's why nothing's falling off, I think. Oh, it's a big box of... They're not friendly techs. Never mind. There we go. Right. Oh, I can't even go into build bin because it'll break the whole thing. If anyone has any, I mean, I don't want to give the secret away because this feels like a big box of secrets. But if anyone has any idea about what's going on inside, let me know in chat because it's really, really cool. Got it. Become the target. Maybe if we, yeah, let's do that, and then. Yeah! Bullseye! Bullseye! That was nice. Anyway, nice. Okay, cool. GKJ, that's really awesome, man. I like it a lot. So next up we have Faltroin. So let's load into Faltroin. I'm going to have to whiz through these last ones. Sorry, everybody. Let's just load it in here. So this is a Hatchet Type P, a power generating version of the Hatchet drone, bigger and much more expensive than the original, but allows for easy power maintenance for your techs. Works well enough without mods, really shines with the tactical AI mod. So this is meant to be a drone, okay, so I don't know if I have that mod. So Faltro mentions the tactical AI mod, which is it's a mod that I think improves AI, and they do much cleverer things than just fly around. So if this was a drone, so let's say for example I load in a different tech. So if I'm this adventure liftoff and I wanted a big strong buddy to keep me company, I can set this. This has AI cabs on it, so it can it knows to follow me. And that's what we're going to do. So it should, if I don't get too far away, follow me. And do my bidding. Yeah, Faltron, that's really nice. Okay, cool, right. So let me land. I'll swap back. Typical, I mean, Faltron has got a specific style. I can definitely, well, I knew this was a Faltroin tech even before I saw whose name was attached to it. Put it that way. It's typical Faltroin design. Looks really cool. I've done it again. I've said the C word. I've not said the N word for a while though. The N word being nice and the C word being cool. Oh, so no solar panels, nothing to charge the batteries up with. Interesting. It does mention that it's a power generating version. How does it... Oh, okay, right. So there's... Sorry, I've just missed that. We've got to do some harvesting. That's how we generate power in this thing. So maybe let's go try and do that quickly, just so we can all see how this thing charges itself. wood would be a good start. Let's take some wood out. I'm just going to chunk all these up. Let me... There you go. Nice. So it's converted those bits of wood into power. Those batteries are going to charge. They won't last long, so I don't know how much power that's going to consume. But that's really cool. The classic power generating drone from Valtroin. Really, really nice. Right, I need to reload my game because there's a few more text, a few more things to show off before we finish that I need to reload my game for some mods. So just give me a second. What are people saying? What's going on in chat? Not much. And then we're going to load back in. So we get all those mods loaded back in. How was everybody's? This is the first time we've streamed for a while. How was everybody's holidays? Did everyone enjoy their time off? If you were lucky enough to have time off, what did you get up to? Did you have a good Christmas? If you celebrate Christmas, did you have a good rest? I did. I had a good time off. The game is loading, so let's get back into it. And it's crashing. My game might crash. Let's give it a second. There we go. Right, we're back into it now. There he is. Lovely. Right, let's load into... Right, what did we miss? So we missed... Isaac's, Virtues, and Jolos. So let's load into... No, let's... New game, R&D Labs. Open her up. Jack Kirby got the vaccine. Nice. Was this the booster, or was it just a regular old vaccine? Soviet Curry says they didn't have symptoms. Oh, they got the COVID. Oh, you got COVID after New Year? Oh man. Oh, that sucks. I honestly think the worst thing about it now is obviously people aren't getting sick, I hope. It's the isolation, it's how it affects everything else, which I think is annoying a lot of people at the minute. But it has to be done. I fully appreciate it has to be done. It's just one of those frustrations. Right, so Jolo is up first. So let's take a look at this thing. Let's take a look. So this is from Jolo. I have no description for it, other than it is a Paris-class frigate. Oh, actually, I do have some descriptions. We need to power it up to use it, so let's do that. I'm hoping there's some... No, there's no way to power this up. So this is painful, because I'm going to have to use the stock charger to get this thing charged up. And we could be here a while. So I'll give it a bit of power. Sharmoni makes a very good point. I think it needs to be... So this option, just so we know, just so everyone's aware, there's skip power up sequence for shields and solar panels. I think that needs to be on by default as well. Because it is kind of frustrating having to tick it on every time, because you may forget about it, but it should be, I think it should be on by default in creative and R&D. So I will forward that suggestion. This is a massive ship. This is huge. And you can see just how, I mean, this isn't the strongest charger in the world. Maybe with, do I have a charging station? Let me, nope. Oh, we already have one. Oh, it's because I wasn't in local. Right, let's load this. Oh man, this could take forever. I'm too far. Oh, there we go. Okay, nice. Oh, right, so. Do I need more? I mean, nothing's happening. There's so many batteries on this thing. This could take ages. They're all just charging themselves. Come on, charge my tech, please. We're having a lot of false starts. It's trying to get itself going. But what I'm hoping for is the anti-grav kicks in, because I think that's what's going to help power this thing. No, charge my tech. Don't charge each other. This is frustrating. Nearly there, nearly there. There we go. Everything on. Let's not get too high. Let's not get too high. Oh, in car, that's why. Let's move to helicopter. Airplane. There you go. That's why we need to have more power than what we just had. Oh, this is tough. And we are quickly running out of time, so I'm going to need to speed through this a little bit. Anyway, right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. FG, so any news about the big New Year announcement? We're not ready to make the announcement yet. Those that watched the last stream of the year last year... Okay, let's just have a look at this quickly. Those that watched the last stream of the year last year, the festive stream that we did with the giveaway, where I sort of gave a little festive teaser, that we'll be making some big announcement in the new year. That is still the plan. We are still going to make a big announcement. But you will know as soon as we know. As soon as we are ready, you will know. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I need to turn those shields off. I was trying to look for a control block, and I can't see one. Pardon me. I can't see one anywhere. But you get the idea. It's a big thing. Does lots of damage, and it looks awesome. Jolo, that's really cool. Right, we've spent enough time looking at this thing now. Let's load in another tech. So let's swap that one out. Okay, nice. This is more like it. Slightly more manageable size. This is Virtue. This is the what's this called? What is this tech called? This is the Contester, the LDA Contester unit. This is from Virtue. This uses a really cool skin. This is the Dark Light skin. That purple and black aesthetic looks really, really nice. Ah, use that word again. Let's take this thing for a spin. We're off. When would be the Legion update happen? So... we don't have any sort of time frame around when or even if a new corporation will be added. It's something that we're looking at. It's something that we'd like to do, but it's not very high on our list of priorities at the minute. Let's put it that way. So yeah, like I said earlier, we've got other sort of higher priority things to be working on. So just watch this space. Obviously, as soon as we have any news, we will obviously would happily share it when the time's right. But this is a really fun tech. Really fun. These are not unofficial blocks. These are all official blocks. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. These are all completely official. As far as I'm aware, these are all completely official. Everything that's on here is on the Steam Workshop, so you can all go find these. Virtue looks wicked, man. Really pleased with that. That's really fun. Let me go into photo mode. That's what I should have done with Jolos. I'm hoping there's some fun stuff inside. No fun stuff. It's just cool hover tech. What I really like is combat hovers. Hover techs that have got combat capabilities, like this. I just really enjoy it. I think it's just a novel approach. What's the gun in the middle? This thing is the Case Mat Cannon. I believe this is from a mod. I'm not sure which mod it is, but it's definitely a modded block. Yeah, cool. Virtue, good stuff, man. Really like it. Really like it. And last up is Isaac. Oh, I'm still missing loads of blocks. I'm gonna have to skip Isaac's tech, unfortunately, this week. I will add it. I'll add it Isaac's to the next community call because I have to go. I have a hard stop now, so I'm gonna have to shoot everybody. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for stopping by. Isaac, are you small stock? I have a save. Oh. Small stock. I'm gonna have to. I literally have to go. I cannot wait any longer. I'm really sorry, small stock. I will make sure that this is in the next community call. I do apologise. I do apologise. I appreciate you put a lot of effort into it, but it'll be the top of my list for the next community call. Okay. Sorry, dude. I'm really sorry, man. Yeah, that's my bad. That's just bad. I didn't think that I'd spend as much time on the text as I did. Awesome. Thanks ever so much, everyone, for stopping by. When will be the next community stream? So we'll do another stream next week. So next Wednesday we will do a mod review stream next week. We've not reviewed any mods recently, so I'm going to go and check out some of the cool official mods that are on the Steam Workshop. So that'll be next week's stream. Then we'll do another community call stream the next week after that. So in 2 weeks from now will be the next community call. Next week's stream we're going to do a mod review. If you play on PC, we announce the stream schedule in our in-game announcer, which I'm going to show you now, actually, because I don't know if many people really pay attention to it, but it'd be good if you did. But if you're on PC, on the in-game announcer, there is a... excuse me. No, it's not going to work. Anyway, it doesn't matter. On the in-game announcer, on the left-hand side, there's announcements that we make. Every Monday we will post the stream schedule for that week. So go check it out, or I can check it. Is it broken? I think it's broken. I think my OBS has crashed. I think I need to stop streaming. That's literally broken. I'm going to go now, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping. Oh, I'm back. Have a great week. See you next week for a mod review.